Green bottles hanging on the wall. Actually, not 10 green bottles, 248 plastic bottles, milk bottles. They've turned up at Southend Victoria Station. Don't get worried, it's not litter, it's art. It's to coincide with Southend's festival Artside, which is taking place at the moment. And our BBC Essex reporter, Felicity Simper, is there with the bottles.
I am. I'm right next to the bottles, Dave. It's a wall of milk bottles, all paper mache'd and stuck together and piled up, and it's just fantastic. I've never seen anything like it. And then to my right, there's some paper mache palm trees, which are brilliant. They've got lovely green leaves just drooping over down towards the ground. And I'm in the centre of Southend Victoria Station, or as the person I'm about to interview calls it, the St Pancras of Southend. Well, let's meet the artist who's responsible for all of these wonderful creations, Sandra Ehlers. Morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
You're very fond of this station, aren't you?
Yes.
You're obviously delighted to have your art exhibiting here. Just tell us a little bit about the milk bottles and how that all came about.
Well, the milk bottles has been an ongoing journey, and Dave might remember that 5 years ago he interviewed me, and I was doing messages on bottles, and I'm actually clutching one that I had then that said, "The best things in life are free," and for the last 6 years I have been following that, and I've been recycling like mad and recycling things that I've recycled. And I'm in the milk and sugar coffee bar, and so the milk bottles are so conducive to the coffee bar. He's provided all the milk bottles, and I think I could go on forever. It's just milk bottles.
I was going to say, you've got a good supplier of milk bottles.
Yes.
If the person running the milk and sugar coffee bar is giving you all the milk bottles, you're sorted,
Yes.
aren't you?
Yes.
What is it about milk bottles that you love so much? Why do you want to work with them?
Well, I'm an issues and awareness artist, and I think change, past to present, and also, it's the change from the glass milk bottle. And because I use local newspapers a lot, there have been articles in there about milk deliveries and how it affects the environment and the community if we're not having milk delivered. And so, yes, I looked at the glass bottle, I looked at the plastic bottle, and I thought there was beauty in the plastic bottle, despite the fact that it was going to be discarded. So, yeah, I started off doing my messengers on bottles. I've done couples on bottles related to Will and Kate's wedding.
Royal wedding bottles.
Yes, and then the installation of 248 milk bottles started off because I was going to use the milk bottles as a base for the palm trees, which are directly related to lots of articles in Southend local newspapers about our palm trees on the seafront. And I called the first structure Mllk, and I actually didn't turn it into a palm tree. It ended up in Beecroft Art Gallery last year in the open exhibition, and I threatened them that they needed more structures and installations in the Beecroft Gallery, and I was going to create Mllk more, which is what I've actually done, but it was so relevant to the milk and sugar coffee bar.
They ended up here?
Yes, I put them here instead.
Let's take you for a walk, Sandra. Let's come over here, because we're just walking a few steps away from where the milk bottles are to have a look at a bit of a closer look at these palm trees. Again, paper mache, and the leaves are made out of golfing magazines by the looks of things,
Yes.
which is actually quite relevant because it's the beginning of the Open today. If you were listening to the Ray Clark Breakfast Show, you'd have heard me talking about that earlier. So tell me a little bit more about your palm trees.
Well, I was given a job lot of Golf Monthly magazines, and, artistically, lovely paper, lovely pictures, lovely environment, and I'm very interested
Lovely
in
green.
Absolutely. And the right colouring, and also I thought it's quite an expensive sport, and I thought it's very interesting because I'm interested in materialism, consumerism to a degree, and I thought I'd quite like the incongruity and the humour of using golfing magazines with sometimes I've adorned some of the work with parrots that come from the 99p shop, so my art's a bit tongue-in-cheek.
I love the way as well the leaves are just very softly droop downwards and curl under. They look very, very realistic in that way. Some of them stand up and some of them droop down. They're beautiful.
Yes. And I quite like it because I've collected all the articles that the local Evening Echo newspaper has written about the palm trees and formed a little book that I have got next to my paper mache palm trees that probably cost me £50 in materials and a lot of blood, sweat and tears and labour hours. But
you like to keep your artwork relevant to the local area and the area you live in, don't you? It's all sort of got a local connection.
Yes, I'm an Essex girl, born and bred, but have lived, in lots of countries, and I'm quite keen on issues and helping the community, and I see my work as quite educational as well, because I work with children sometimes, and it's, being aware that you don't always need a lot of money and
to create something.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Well done, Sandra. Thanks ever so much for letting us come and have a look at your exhibition today, and long may it continue. I mean, people coming in, if you're coming into Southend Victoria Station and you walk across the station, you go past the bit where you go and get on the trains and carry on to the corner, and you're faced with nearly 300 milk bottles. Now you know what it's all about.
Thank you very much, Fliss.